I'm gonna mute for a while. I don't know when I'll unmute. Sorry for that. A metal pillar? I don't want to act all spoiled, but that's what I came down here for? A damn metal pillar? And this dude looks like a trike. Nice.
Come down from.
Kid gets pranked into thinking the Grimace monster is real.
Let's go to yoga, but I don't have the right gear.
Oh.
Save on all the best activewear at Sierra.
I'm broke.
So I might have...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we got a story time of this kid who pranks his friend into thinking that the Grimace Shake monster is real. Basically, they go to McDonald's, they get the Grimace Shake, and basically this kid is like, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. So the subscriber and his friends, they end up getting this big purple costume off of Amazon. They completely freak him out. This story is hilarious. I know you will enjoy it. Subscribe if
Man,
you're
two
new.
text
And
decos?
let's call the subscriber who submitted the story Johnny.
Male. Male. Yeah. Imagine if they were both opposite sex right there. That would be a good find. Oh, I know where I'm at. For a second, I was like, why am I getting so much water? Like, how am I not getting thirsty? And apparently, I forgot rain actually restores your thirst.
Anyways, right, Johnny had this friend who we're gonna call Ben. And this all started one day when they all went to McDonald's, just on like a random day, right? And so they went to McDonald's, and this was about a week ago. So if you don't know,
Day 50.
There's a trend recently of the Grimace Shake, which is this kind of purple shake, whatever, based off of this McDonald's mascot from way back in the day. Basically, the Grimace Shake, there's been this whole trend of like, you know, someone drinks the Grimace Shake, and then they're violently, you know, game ended by a Grimace monster, whatever. So here's the thing, though. Johnny had a pretty devious idea, a pretty mischievous idea. So him and his other friend, who I'm just going to call Johnny's friend, because he doesn't, I can't have three names, man. I'm going to mix them up way too much. Basically, they were going to pull a prank on Ben. So anyways, they're at McDonald's. And so they're telling Ben, they're like, yo, okay. So they're sitting at the table. They're like, yo, Ben, like, do you know about the Grimace monster? Do you know about the Grimace Shake? Do you know about all that? And Ben's like, no, not really. Like, what is that? So they were like, oh, dude, like, you gotta see this. So they started showing these videos of, like, the Grimace monster, whatever. And Ben's like, okay, that's pretty funny. Remember, these guys are in 5th grade, by the way. This is not, like, adults or high schoolers. This would not work if this was adults, right? Anyway, so, but Ben was like, okay, cool. And Johnny's like, yo, dude, you know, this is, like, actually based on a true thing. And, you know, Ben's like, dude, get out of here. Obviously, that's not true. These are clearly staged skits. Like, come on now. Anyways, though, so yeah, basically, they're like, no, dude, like, no, this is actually based on a real story. Like, I know the skits that we're showing you right now are staged, obviously, but this is actually based on a real thing. And Ben is definitely more the type to believe random stuff, but they're not in 1st grade, bro. He's not gonna be like, oh my god, really, guys? Like, are you serious right now? Like, he at least, to some degree, realizes truth from fiction. So Ben is like, guys, you're pulling my leg. Come on now. Like, I'm not that slow. I'm not gonna fall for anything, right? And they're like, dude, no. Like, I know it doesn't sound real, but I've seen some pretty crazy stuff online. I've heard some really crazy stuff. All I know is, like, I wouldn't drink the Grimace shake, like, if it's the last thing I do. And Johnny's friend was like, yo, dude, like, same here. Like, I don't necessarily believe a lot of conspiracy stuff, but I've just seen some stuff online that makes me think, okay, maybe I shouldn't do this. So Ben is looking at both of them like they're crazy. He's like, dude, are you serious right now? It's a freaking purple shake. Look, all these people are drinking it, and they're totally fine. You guys are being ridiculous, and just to prove it, I'm going to drink a Grimace shake. So this is exactly what Johnny and his friend wanted. They wanted Ben to be like, I'm going to drink the Grimace shake to prove to you guys that it's not real. And so Johnny's friends are like, no, dude, like, don't do it. It's not worth the risk. Like, I know you don't believe it. Like, we don't even totally believe in it. But just the stuff we've heard makes us just not want to do it. Like, just don't be, like, arrogant or stupid. Just do it. They knew that if they said that Ben would be even more determined to drink the shake. So Ben at this point is like, dude, no. Now I'm definitely going to do it. So Ben orders the shake, he gets the shake, and Johnny and Johnny's friends are putting on like they're putting on a perfect show of like, no, dude, whatever you do, don't drink it, man. Please don't do it, bro. Please don't do it, right? They're putting on a whole show to really make it seem like they don't want this to happen. Yeah, so anyways, right, sure enough, Johnny is like, no, dude, don't do it. Don't drink the Grimace shake, man.
Yeah, that's not stupid, but
I'm gonna do it. So anyways, Ben, he gets the Grimace shake, he drinks the whole thing, and they're all kind of just sitting there. And Johnny and his friends are like, bro, like, you gotta be careful with that. Like, just let us know if anything weird is happening. So obviously Ben is like, boys, like, come on. Like, this is a shake. Like, those videos online are fake and doctored. And Johnny's friends are like, dude, you don't understand. Like, it's not the fact that they're fake. Like, we know that stuff isn't real. But what we're trying to say is we just heard some weird stuff. Like, maybe a Grimace monster doesn't actually appear, but, like, we just heard some weird stuff, bro. Just trying to freak him out a little bit. Johnny's like, okay, bro, like, don't even worry about it. So this is where the prank gets super crazy. So they go their separate ways. They go back home, and they know where Johnny lives, right?
Oh, no.
So they go not where Ben lives. So Johnny and Johnny's friends are like, all right, okay, let's do stage 1 of the plan. So anyways, they go in Johnny's backyard later at night, and they know that Johnny's up, because his parents go to bed, but Johnny stays up playing video games. So they know that Johnny's upstairs, like, doing his thing or whatever. And they're in his backyard, and he's in kind of a wooded backyard.
Oh,
and they just
boy.
start, like, crunching branches, almost like something is walking. And they watch as, like, Johnny goes out to the window. And when Ben goes out to the window. And when Ben goes out to the window, they freeze. They stop doing what they're doing. And that's when Ben sits down and goes back to gaming. And that's when they crunch more branches. And they do this like 3 or 4 times, and then they leave. And they see Ben the next day. And the whole point of that was to like start to like get him on edge just a little bit. Like, this is a devious prank, bro. This is what I said in the beginning. This is a devious prank. Anyways, right, so the next day they all meet.
I actually didn't
Johnny
thought.
and his friend are like, yo, Ben, so
Is there trank
the
arrows
day
in this?
after you drank like the Grimace Shake monster, or the the day after you drank the Grimace Shake, like, anything weird happened? And Ben looks at them, and you could tell, like, his initial reaction is like, yes. But Ben holds back. It's like, nah, bro, like, obviously nothing happened. Stop being superstitious. Like, it's so obvious that nothing's gonna happen. The Grimace Shake isn't real, or the Grimace Shake monster, dude, isn't real. You guys are just being, like, weird and on edge or whatever. And it was very, like, obvious that Ben, or it wasn't obvious, but it was obvious to both Johnny and his friend because they knew what was going on. They knew that, like, the way that Ben was responding was super defensive, where if he didn't actually feel kind of worried, he wouldn't be defensive at all, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't be defensive if he was actually worried, you know? And so, yeah, sure enough, they're like, all right. Johnny and Frank look at each other like, okay, stage 1 is complete. Stage 2 is, okay, stage 2 is when it gets crazy. So basically, Johnny and his friend have ordered a big purple costume off of Amazon. Is it the actual Grimace whatever? No, but it's a big purple something. Or Temu or some random freaking website, right? They get some kind of, somehow they get some big purple costume that is Grimace shaped. And in the dark, bro, after thinking about the Grimace shaped monster, if you see any big purple thing come at you, bro, you're not gonna be like, wait a minute, let me inspect this to make sure that it's actually the Grimace shaped monster. No, bro, you're gonna be freaking the frick out, right? You're not gonna be checking that. You're just gonna be tweaking. So they ordered basically a Grimace monster, bro. They basically ordered a Grimace monster costume off of Amazon or something. So I think you guys can probably figure out where this is going. Yeah, if you made it as far into the video, though, comment Grimace down below in the comment section. I just want to see how many people made this far into the video. And also, if you want to submit your own story, like this story, go to Instagram, look up Connor Pugs, follow me, and then DM message me your story. Anyways, though, so yeah, they got a Grimace monster costume off of Amazon. So the next night, same kind of situation. They know that Ben's going to be gaming and his parents are going to be asleep. So one of them, Johnny, dresses up in the big purple costume. The other one is with Johnny, but he's out of the scene. So remember, at this point, Ben's backyard is kind of big and wooden. So imagine like his backyard is facing into the void of the wilderness. So it's a little spooky, right? It's already a little bit spooky. And remember, Ben is already on edge because Johnny and his friend were making weird noises last night, and they were already trying to, like, freak him out with the Grimace shake type thing. So he's already a little bit on edge. So basically what they do is Johnny's dressed up. And Johnny stays originally in the woods. So he is, like, in the woods in his big purple costume. And remember, it's really dark. There's, like, maybe, like, the only light is coming from Johnny's room. So all of a sudden, we start making the branch cracking noises. So Ben, once again, gets up out of his chair and looks out to the woods. And that's when Ben, he doesn't see, like, Johnny as, like, a big purple monster, but he kind of, like, you can kind of notice a presence, you know what I mean? So, like, they saw, or at least Johnny's friend was watching as Ben looked in the mirror, and it was almost like, not the mirror, sorry, the window, and it was almost like squinting in a sense, like he was looking super intensely to see, like, what was out there. And it was very clear that he kind of noticed that something was there. And he thought, probably at that point, Ben's like, all right, bro, it's probably some bears, probably some deer. Like, he lived basically right near the edge of the forest. There's always, like, some kind of creature coming through, you know what I mean? Yeah, so anyways, right, at this point, Johnny's like, okay, kind of gives his friend the okay, because Ben has gotten back up and went back to gaming. And that's when they break another stick, or they do something to get Ben's attention again. But this time, Johnny stands Johnny stands farther out of the woods, so now that, like, a little bit of illumination is on him. So this time, when Ben opens up, like, goes to the window, he doesn't just kind of see, like, some big presence. He sees some big purple presence, bro. And remember, he was already tripping out a little bit about the Grimace Shake monster, because, like, Johnny and his friend, bro, were being like, oh, bro, Grimace Shake's gonna get you now. And he's like, dude, don't be stupid, right? But he was already feeling a little weird, because the night before, there were these strange sounds, and then Johnny and his friend are like, bro, if anything strange is happening, let us know, because the Grimace Shake, right? So then he sees a big purple presence in his backyard, bro. He is obviously gonna trip out. So Johnny was in the costume, so we didn't really see all this go down that well, but Johnny's friend described it as Ben was in, like, the window, like, frozen, watching, like, just looking at, like, the big purple thing, whatever. And that's when Johnny's friend gets a phone call. It's from Ben. So Johnny's friend kind of like ducks in, because he's pretty far in the woods at this point. He picks up the phone. He's like, yo, what's up, man? And Ben's like, dude, he's like on the verge of tears. He's like, bro, there's something big and purple in my backyard. And Johnny's friend's like, bro, just like wait there 1 second. I'll be right there. Like, just like wait there 1 second. Like, we told you like the Grimace Shake stuff is kind of real. Don't worry, we'll come get you. We'll figure this out. Ben's like, bro, please come fast. Like, I'll unlock the door. And Johnny's friend's like, yeah, dude, go down, unlock the door. So at this point, they see Ben kind of leave and go down to the door. And Johnny's friend runs up to Johnny, who's in the purple costume. He's like, bro, he's unlocking the door. You need to open it up in the costume. And Johnny's like, hey, man, that might be too far. Like, what if he comes out swinging with a knife or something? Johnny's friend's like, bro, you need to. And Johnny's like, I bet. This is the point where I put in the disclaimer. This is where it's gone way too far. I don't endorse it beyond this point. Anyways, though. So, yeah. Sure enough, Ben goes down, unlocks the door, because like Johnny and his friend are gonna be coming, right? Anyways, though, so as soon as Ben opens the door or unlocks the door, he's about to he's kind of waiting down there for his friend to show up, and that's when in the Grimace Shake costume, bro basically pulls up slowly. Johnny slowly opens the door, and Ben's like, yo, like, Johnny's friend, is that you? Johnny, is that you? Nothing. The door just slowly opens, and that's when he slowly walks in the big purple costume or whatever. And this is where the whole thing gets pretty messed up, because Ben completely flips out. He starts screaming at the top of his lungs or whatever. His parents wake up, they run downstairs, and at this point Johnny's like, okay, I've gone too far. Starts to take off the costume, whatever. Ben's dad is yelling at all of them. Ben's in tears. It's a mess. Yeah, so Johnny's parents are told about this. Johnny's friends' parents are told about this. They get in trouble. They're like grounded for basically like a week. Ben forgives them immediately, is because they always like prank each other, and actually kind of feels bad that they got in trouble. He's like, bro, I didn't want to involve my parents. Like, they just came down when I screamed. Like, and obviously Johnny's like, yeah, I get it, bro. Like, it's not your fault. So yeah, Johnny and his friend they got a little bit of trouble. They also got a pretty crazy story to tell now.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we got a story time of this kid who pranks his friend into thinking that the Grimace Shake monster is real. Basically, they go to McDonald's, they get
the kid tells the moon.
What's up, guys? If you were worried about your disgeneration before watching this video, I just gotta warn you, by the end of this, you're gonna have simply no faith in Gen Z. There's this kid who, since he spends all his time on TikTok,
yeah, that's right.
Ironically not real, like, does not exist. Like, it's a profit by the government. This kid actually thinks the moon is real, like exists, is actually a quote-unquote massive idiot buffoon idiot, right? So, yeah, sit back, relax, subscribe if you're new, leave a like in the video to claim your free nothing. Try not to lose too many brain cells watching this video, and let's just jump right into it. So we're going to call the subscriber submitted this story Steve. So there's a kid in Steve's class who we're going to call the Gen Z kid. And I have to say this every time, but this kid probably isn't even in Gen Z. But when I call someone a Gen Z kid, I'm just saying it's the type of person who's on TikTok 24,000 hours per day, because all their information on TikTok, and also the people that like spend all their days as like their full-time job is canceling people in the quote retweets on Twitter. Basically, a Gen Z kid is the type of person who would go on Twitter and be like, Mr. Beast should be canceled because he didn't cure because he only cured 1,000 people of blindness. Why not 1,001? Hashtag worst guy ever. Or, yeah, Mr. Beast is the worst because he does nice things for other people. Like those type of people, right? Those are the Gen Z kids. But also, like, think about this kid in Steve's class. I would say definitely leans more on the side of the Gen Z kid who gets 100% of their information in like logic, reasoning, life advice, spirituality, every aspect of them gets like 100% of it from TikTok. So very similar to the kid I did a couple days ago, the Gen Z kid who thought 1 + 1 = 3. When you get all your information from a place like TikTok, let me just say that that's a bad idea. The only reason you guys should be on TikTok is to follow me on there at ConnorPugs. I'm trying to get my numbers up a little bit. Might be getting verified on there in a couple days. We'll see what's up. But I would appreciate a follow if you're on there. Only excuse to be on TikTok. Yeah, but anyways, right. There's a kid in Steve's class who really spent way too much time on TikTok, and it was pretty evident. As you guys will see in just a second, this kid actually goes around calling people idiots for believing that the moon is real. So look, Steve doesn't hang out with the Gen Z kid that much, so he doesn't know exactly how it came to this, but he has a pretty good idea. Yeah, so sure enough, right, the subscriber Steve probably he's assuming that probably the way that it got to this point was that this kid, the Gen Z kid, as we're going to call him, was probably on TikTok for 100,000 hours per day. And when all your information is coming from one place, like, you can easily get convinced of some pretty crazy stuff. So probably what happened was the Gen Z kid was sitting on TikTok, and there was probably like either just a pure like misinformation video, or just someone was trolling and the Gen Z kid couldn't realize that they were trolling. But there's a video with like, you know, the default spooky music on TikTok that like whenever you see, oh my god, top scariest moments caught on camera, it has like that kind of like this spooky default music that's overused everywhere. If you hear that music, it almost automatically makes the thing super corny and not spooky. I think you guys know what music I'm talking about. Anyways, though, so you probably saw a video with that, like, corny default music that was like, guys, you don't understand, like, this is some real stuff, like, the moon is actually not real, guys. And the Gen Z kid must have been like, oh my god, why would someone lie on the internet? Dude, no one would ever lie on the internet, man, like, why would they do that? Yeah, but anyways, right, sure enough, the next day in class, Steve walks in, sits down, and the Gen Z kid comes in, and this is before the teacher comes into class, right? So everyone's in there. I think the teacher's like a minute or two late or whatever. For some reason, most kids are in the class. The teacher's not. The Gen Z kid bursts into the classroom. It says, "Attention, everyone!" And I don't know about you, but if someone screams attention,
that's everyone. Yeah, that's how you know it's pretty good.
I tried 3 different e-commerce platforms, and none of them were working for me. And this is why I switched to Shopify.
Attention, everyone. I'm gonna give them my attention, at least for a second. It's probably some nonsense, but at least for a second, right? So I look up, or not I look up, Steve looks up, everyone else looks up. The moon is actually not real. Looks around the classroom. No, everyone's just like, what? Dude, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, what are you saying right now? And the Gen Z kid's like, okay, guys, if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's like,
no.
Raise your hand if the moon is not real. Guys, what the freak, guys? He looks around the room. No one's raising their hand because no one's gonna be like, yeah, dude, moon is fake. That's so true. Like, that speaks to me on a personal, individual level. You're so true. Yeah, so sure enough, right, the subscriber is kind of just looking around. Steve's kind of just like, dude, what is going on right now? Like, this kid, like, they all knew this kid was a little bit of a cornball. Like, everyone knew he was a little bit strange. But kid really bursts into class. He's like, everyone, I need your attention. Raise your hand if you know the truth about the moon being fake. And expected, like, even one person to raise their hand. Like, literally the only shot that, like, anyone would raise their hand is, like, some kid was like, all right, I'm going to start trolling really hard and raise my hand right now. But yeah, sure enough, that actually did not happen. And the, everyone's just kind of looking around like, what's going on? And the Gen Z kid is like, you idiots, you simpletons, you fools, you do not understand what is really going on right now. The moon is simply not real. Everyone looks at him. And there's kind of this, like, confused look. Some kids thought it was a bit. Some kids were just like, this kid's actually gone off the deep end. Some kids were laughing at him. Some kids were just, like, very confused and just didn't know how to feel. But overall, the consensus was, what? Question mark. And the Gen Z kid is like, okay, let me explain. He goes on the, goes up to, like, the whiteboard. He starts drawing, like, a circle. He's like, look at this. This is about a pretty good accurate representation of the moon. I mean, dude just drew a circle, so, like, okay. He's like, guys, think about it like this. There's a big rock in the sky. Why doesn't it fall down? Like, what's keeping it up there? There's, like, no ropes or anything. And everyone's looking at him. He's like, dude, I saw it on TikTok.
You cut it.
You don't
It actually is being pulled down, but the thing is, the moon is going forward, and therefore,
so
it's basically,
like at this moment,
it's basically continuing to orbit because the gravity is equal. It's hard to explain, but you get it.
This, which, by the way, if you want to submit your own story, these are all subscriber submitted stories. Go to my Instagram, it is Connor Hugs. It has the verified check, so you know it's me. Follow me on there, and then send me a DM with your whole story. Type out the whole thing for me. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so everyone's kind of looking around. Bro just made the most nonsense argument ever. This is the type of argument that's like, well, you know, if Isaac Newton didn't invent gravity, life would be so much more cool. We could be floating around and stuff. Like, Duke didn't invent gravity, bro. What are you talking? What? Yeah, so everyone in class is kind of looking around because, like, this is just such a fundamental issue that, like, how do you even explain? Like, you have to, like, start explaining, like, space and gravity and vacuums of space and calculus. Like, there's a lot you gotta explain. Like, a lot of, like, you kind of just, like, got accepted for a little bit, and as you get further on in school, you understand it a bit more and more, and you understand why people, like,
guys, I'm back.
Perception of why things are what they are, but we can go into that later. Anyways, though, so at this point, right, the Gen Z kid has a circle on the board, and then he has an X through it, and then it says the moon is fake in like all capital letters. So this is when the teacher steps into the classroom. So the teacher's a little late. The teacher's like, sorry class, like the printer was jammed, you're not working, like sorry for being a little bit late. And then the teacher looks at the board and sees the Gen Z kid standing at the board with a marker in his hand and a circle with an X through it, and it says the moon is fake. And the whole class looking very confused. The teacher's like, oh, Gen Z kid, what do we have going on here? Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment moon down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. I'll try and heart a bunch of those comments. Also, if you use Spotify, do know that these stories are on Spotify, so make sure to listen to me on there as well if you use Spotify. If you want to spin your own story, you can do so. Go to Instagram, looking up Connor Pugs. Go follow me there, DM me the story. And finally, if you want to support the channel, I just want to remind you guys the best thing you can do is to binge watch these videos, meaning sit down and watch like a bunch of videos in a row. Make sure to comment down below on any of my videos, like, oh, I've watched like 3 videos, I watched 4 videos, or I plan to watch all these videos, or I watched like a long compilation. Let me know if you watched a bunch of videos in a row so I can leave a heart and say thank you, as that really does support the channel. Watching a bunch of videos in like one sitting actually does boost it a lot. Anyways, so sure enough, the teacher is kind of just like looking, he kind of walked into a mess, right? He walked into the Gen Z kid, being a Gen Z kid, you know, really just walked into the Gen Z kid, you know, in the midst of his own craft, in a sense. Like, this kid is like spraying some nonsense, and so the teacher's like, what's going on here? And he kind of points to the Gen Z kid. Because this was like a science class. Like, this was like the most anti-science thing you've ever seen on the board. And the Gen Z kid is like, teacher, I need to know if you're a fraud or not. Which the teacher's like, hey, yo, what? Like, what do you mean if I'm a fraud or not? And so sure enough, right, the teacher's like, okay. I don't know why the teacher even like accepted this, but the Gen Z kid's like, is the moon real or fake? And the teacher's like, I mean, it's real. He's like, fraud alert, fraud. So obviously, right, the teacher wasn't like super excited about the fact that he was being called a fraud. I mean, it's a pretty big deal to just go around calling someone a fraud like that, and also the fact that you were calling your teacher a fraud because he didn't say the moon was fake. Like, honestly, I feel like it would make a lot more sense if you called your teacher a fraud if they were telling you that the moon, in fact, was fake. So yeah, sure enough, the subscriber, you know, he's just kind of sitting there, he's kind of just like, okay, this is a little strange, like I really just genuinely don't know how to go about this, but okay, I guess. So yeah, sure enough, right, the subscriber was kind of just...
Alright, now we need to do the hard part. Take this thing down the hill.
So the teacher's reaction to this was not that positive because, you know, this kid literally just said, I'm gonna like, you know, I'm gonna see if you're a fraud or not, which the fact the teacher even entertained this in the first place, that's the thing I question the most. Like, why did the teacher even entertain the question, I'm going to see if you're a fraud or not? Like, that's already a pretty crazy question in my opinion. Anyways, though, so yeah, sure enough, the subscriber is kind of just sitting there, and the whole thing goes down, and the teacher's all like, what did you say to me? To the Gen Z kid. And the Gen Z kid's like, well, I mean, I don't know how you could potentially think the moon is real. Like, you obviously did not go to some fancy academy. You went to, like, fake school or something if you actually think the moon is real. I mean, come on, guys. So the teacher, like, honestly isn't having this. So in a lot of other stories of, like, Gen Z kids saying something really dumb, the story normally is, like, goes along the lines of, oh, and then the teacher very politely, like, explains why the Gen Z kid is wrong. Like, you know, like in the other stories, it'll be like, oh, well, you know, the teacher then explained, oh, this is why you're wrong, and, you know, oh, haha, whatever. It's all very funny. So this story is a little different, though, because the teacher doesn't even really care at this point that this kid thinks the moon is fake. Like, he's not that kid basically just yelled at him, calling him a fraud in front of the entire class. So the teacher looks at the Gen Z kid and is like, "What did you just say to me?" After the Gen Z kid is like, "You're a fraud." So the whole class, like, immediately, like, the subscriber feels the tension. Steve is just like, "Oh shoot, like, this is going down right now, boys. Like, it's actually going down right now." And yeah, so sure enough, the subscriber's kind of just like, okay. Like, what are we gonna do here? What's about to go down? Is the teacher about to throw hands with the Gen Z kid? Pretty unlikely, but hey man, crazier things can happen. Yeah, so sure enough, right, the subscriber is kind of just like thinking, okay, this is a little weird. The teacher also like was relatively chill. I mean, he was a little strict. Like, you could just tell that he was a little bit uptight. But it wasn't as if the teacher was like notoriously like a super strict, super uptight, like, rah type guy. The teacher wasn't like super chill, I take that back, but I don't know, this was kind of unexpected. The teacher's like, "I demand like an apology right now in front of everyone." And the Gen Z kid says, "I demand an apology for you saying that the moon is actually real." The teacher's like, "How stupid you need to be to think that the moon isn't real, and then to call me a fraud, disrespecting me in front of everyone." And the whole class is like so silent right now. They're like more silent than you've ever seen them, because they're just like, oh, damn, it's going down right now. Oh, right? So yeah, sure enough, the subscriber's kind of just chilling there like, boys, like, what are we doing right now? This is a little tough. So yeah, sure enough, the subscriber just doesn't really know what to do as the teacher basically saying, like, demanding an apology. And like the Gen Z kid is like a little bit taken aback by the fact that the teacher went in this hard. So at this point, right, the teacher's like, out of my classroom. The Gen Z kid's like, what? He's like, out of my classroom. So yeah, sure enough, the kid walked out of the classroom with the teacher. So when the door closed behind them, like, talk erupted. Yeah, so sure enough, the whole class kind of erupted into like everyone freaking out about what was going on. Everyone was talking, everyone was like, "Oh my god, did you hear what just happened? Did you hear about like what's going, like how like that kid just got owned, like where are they going? Like why did that kid like so goofy that the Gen Z kid actually thought the moon was fake?" On and on and on and stuff like that. So yeah, sure enough, right, eventually the Gen Z kid, basically what happened is, while the subscriber wasn't there, word got around pretty quickly what happened. So the teacher brought the Gen Z kid up to the principal's office, basically explaining to the principal what happened. And the principal, like, he wasn't about to suspend the Gen Z kid or, like, do anything like that because, yeah, I don't know, that would have been a little much. However, like, the principal and the teacher did come to an agreement. So the next day in class, they all come in. And so the Gen Z kid is missing, and so is the teacher. But about 2 or 3 minutes after the class begins, the door opens up, the Gen Z kid and the teacher walk in. And the Gen Z kid has a little piece of paper. He's like, "Hello, everyone," and he's saying, like, basically very clearly in a very robotic voice, reading off a script. He's like, "Hello, everyone. I would like to sincerely apologize to the entire class for wasting their time and being disrespectful to them in regards to my statements about the moon not being real. I would also like to formally apologize to my teacher, Mr. whatever, Duck. I'm looking at it right now. Mr. Duck. For disrespecting him and tarnishing his name in front of the entire class. I hope you guys will all forgive me, and I do want to clarify that the moon is in fact real." And the kid goes ahead and sits down. And yeah, so they didn't hear anything else from the Gen Z kid about crazy conspiracies. I don't know if the Gen Z kid still genuinely thinks the moon is real or anything, or genuinely thinks the moon is not real. But that, you know, instead of the teacher kind of being like, "Oh, let me explain it to you," you know, the teacher took no slack from this kid and made him apologize in front of everyone, which I'm sure was pretty embarrassing. If you want to support the channel, click on the videos on screen right now, and peace.
NFL Sunday Ticket. Watch all your favorite NFL teams' out-of-market Sunday afternoon games all season long, exclusively on YouTube and YouTube TV. Sign up now. Terms and embargoes apply.
Alright, so 400 pounds. Ah, man. Too bad I didn't have trank arrows. That'd be an easy chain. Oh, that stinks. Please. And on the side of metal, we just got more chitin. Let's see how far that drop is. Alright, so 400 pounds maximum. Can't wait to get all this metal on the boat and get it home smelting. annoying part is gonna be transporting and this all off and on. That's the annoying part about metal grinding is that it's difficult to transport even when you level your. Dude in let's go. Even when you level your dude in wait. The second thing is I should put the resource box like up at the top of the hill. God darn. That thing is, it's so freaking slow. I like how she just stumbles along. Uh-oh. I like how Argy just casually tries to kill me, and it flies and just gets absolutely eviscerated. Not even the combat music plays. Be right back. I love that popping sound. I'm gonna transport these down to my ship and I'm gonna log out for the night. Tomorrow, you don't know how long I'll be on tomorrow. Probably might be restricted because I have to do homework. Like how now is an obvious way to get. Oh no, you don't. Why would they attack the ankle? Yeah, you show him ankle. At least it's not like a parasaur where if it gets attacked, it's. Oh, what's the matter? Kills your friend, huh? He did missing. You did that to yourself, and your friends did that to themselves. Let's try to peacefully transport metal. Dump car now. Oh boy. teach him to go. That's a really good. That's a lot of metal. I think like we filled like an entire small box of metal and that was it in the last playthrough. Now we filled like an entire damn, what is it? A large box with that. They're actually kind of fast if you have stamina. Oh. No, he doesn't. No, stop! You know what does die? Me, after I've accidentally jumped. Where is my anklet? Oh shit. Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's just casually right there. Hey, Ankley, can you actually remain on my tail, please? No, no he didn't. Come here. Okay, since you clearly lack the ability to follow directions and follow me, come on. It's the third time during transport that you've attacked a, what's it called? Sabertooth, or Sabertooth that has jumped you. Come on. Come on. I have to go get water. Come on. A little closer. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on over here. Okay, now stay. Yeah. Ah, crap. And yes, I know I am very thirsty. I'm a very thirsty boy. I see. I found out right now that my current weight for my dino, 4 pounds. No more, no less. He killed a saber-toothed tiger. Okay. Okay, I am thirsty boy, so we need to go to water. We need to go to water right now, because if we don't go to water, I will die because of thirst. I can hold it off temporarily with food, you know. Oh, you're starving? Just eat. The student is slower than my brain when it has to think through Math 109. I don't know. I want a Giga, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want to mess around with its rage mechanic because I don't want to. Well, it's gone. You know what? I found a video on Instagram that perfectly basically describes ARK in a nutshell. This is ARK in a nutshell, and it's so true.
You see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful.
Literally ARK. Oh, nice. And no, I'm not gonna be the newbie that like throws these bad boys away. I've actually been hoarding them. A great way to get them is just take a T-Rex and just everywhere, just to destroy every. Oh yeah, right. I need water. Ow. And then go. Bye bye. Oh, anyway. That is a lot of metal. That's such a great way to transport metal. Or no, just throw it. Boom. And just put it in. Like, look at that. Not 10,000 pounds of material right there. I love the withdrawal animation of the tools. I can't help but look at them. And no, this time I'm not going to throw away the charcoal. I was throwing away the charcoal up at the top of the hill, but the bottom where I have more space, I'm not going to. Oh, and I went on a rampage to the trike, or no, T-Rex, and I got a little bit of chitin. I have a bunch of claws. That's a lot. It can be useful for the bus. I have a ton. Well, I was complaining that I was not getting a whole lot of chitin and keratin for blast paste, but I have a ton of blast paste. I probably have. Ow! Damn it! I'm so stupid. Oh my god, he doesn't know how to pathfind. Alright, so 6, one more shipment, plus 2 more shipments with obsidian. I just want to get this done. Not a chance. And rocks are starting to respawn. And just look at the sheer amount of metal here. I think we did very great. I mean, we just destroyed the last one. Like, we didn't get nearly anywhere near as much metal. Hello. That is a lot of metal. Okay, let's do some calculations. Let's crunch numbers. Alright. Whoa. What is it, calculator? 300. Okay, so 300 times 45 divided by 2. That is 6,750 ingots of iron. Of metal. Anyway, divide this by 25, and we can affect 300 times 45 divided by 2 divided by 25. 270 triangle foundations. I think that will do it. I'd say probably like 150 or so, 200. That should get the, at minimum, that should get the base of the structure. I'm gonna go. Sorry guys.